Okay guys, so before we get started, I've got my wine and I just have some new music I want to tell you guys to listen to. Rico Nasty, it's called Guap, and la 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 la. You understand. You understand when you get the song. Girl, listen to that. So Rico Nasty, that's my Hey fam, it's your girl Larry. What is up? And welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to film a makeup review, and it is for that coveted thing that all the girls are looking for. I got that Fenty SIS. Yeah. So this product has been hyped up for weeks. It has been like everybody and their mother wants this product. Beauty products, they dropped on January 11th. So I got them Friday at Sephora. So I'm just gonna get into this review for the products. But before we do that, make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GlamLarry. And please make sure you what? Subscribe. That is what's most important. So now we're gonna get on to the videos. So I've already prepped my skin, moisturized it and all that good stuff. So I don't have the Fenty Beauty primer, just because from other reviews I've seen, you know, it's a primer. It would be, I do believe that products work better with the whole group, all the sisters and brothers together in the product line, but ain't nobody got $32 right now to spend on some primer. So we're gonna use the Collab primer. This is from Sally Beauty. I got the hydrating one. And I would suggest with the Fenty foundation, you use a hydrating primer. Next for brows, I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Professional in the color Ash Brown. And I will also use the NYX Build 'Em Up powder to fill them in. I just love NYX brow products. They're just a really good quality and they make such good dupes. Okay, so now that our brows are done, I'm going to use the NYX Glow Away With Me. Just using it, just, you know, something different from my usual MAC. So I'm just using this just to highlight the face a little bit. Now I could use the Fenty highlighting sticks because I have them, but I want to like try this makeup out using using different products, you know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that this concealer, powder, foundation works with anything that I use. I don't want to just use Fenty products. So I just like products that work well with other products are really great products. I just feel like those that only work well with the company or with the line that it's in, I don't feel like that's just not a good representation of the product in my opinion. So next I'm going to take my Fenty Concealer, foundation. I'm in the color 330. So with my Fenty foundation, I always try to work in one area and build up my coverage there. And I also work with like a damp brush. So with this brush, I sprayed Fix Plus on it because this foundation, it dries down. Like all you girls know, this stuff dries down super fast, so I try to like work it all in one area, and then once I have coverage there, or the coverage that I like, then I go over to the next part of my face. Okay, so foundation is on, and so now we are ready for these things that you came to see. So I'm going to start with the concealer. So I got mine in the color 310. So just a tip for you, when you go to the Sephora, JCPenney, wherever you go, the foundation and the concealer shades that you'll see on display, they kind of join them together as the complement. So my 330 color in this concealer would have served more as like a coverage kind of thing rather than a highlight. So I went about 2 shades up to 310, and this is my highlight color. So this color is described more of as like a warm color, really like nice warm golden color. So I can like show you guys right here as I swatch it. on me. So that is what the concealer looks like versus my foundation color. So it'll give me some brightness. It still has the warm golden tones. So I'm going to just go ahead and apply this under my under eye. I will say is that it is not as creamy as the Too Faced Born This Way. So I'm gonna contour with my Fenty Beauty stick, and this is in the color Truffle. Oh shoot, oh, she already drying. Okay, oh y'all, don't let her sit. She already drying, bruh. Oh, she already drying. So sis, girls, boys, friends, lovers, homies, do not let this dry down too long. Don't let it, because she will have you, she'll have you messed up. She'll have you messed up. You should always use a damp sponge with concealers, but this one you have to. Like I don't really think you could, I don't think you could like blend this out without a damp sponge, because she is like, she dries. She plays no games. So now that we're all blended, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty powder. I got this one in banana because I'm going to use it more for a highlight. The box does say to use the brush, the powder brush that they have, but sis, that is like, it's like $30-some, and your girl was not trying to go in Sephora and spend like $200 on Fenty. Not that day. So I'm going to use this just to set my under eye. So you get a lot of product in here. Like, it is a lot. I mean, it is a lot. So you're not gonna have a problem running out. And this does have a very light fragrance. It's not too overpowering, but it does have a fragrance. The concealer didn't seem to have one. So what I will say about this powder is I do feel like it is a little, I would say drier is the word. I would say it's very velvety, like Laura Mercier. I don't know, there's something like different about it. I just feel like it's a tad bit, I would say it's a little bit drier than my Laura Mercier. That's what I would say. But it sits beautifully. So I'm digging it so far. I'm digging it so far. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So next I'm going to apply my Ardell lashes. They are these lashes right here. If you guys can really see, I will put them down in the description box which lashes these are, because I don't remember for the life of me. Don't remember. Don't have the box. Yes, I just feel like a whole person now. I'm just like a whole human being. Comment down below if you guys like feel like a brand new bitch when you put your lashes on. Now for eyeliner, I'm using a Wet n Wild pencil. I'm just using brown. I don't know, during like the daytime when I'm just like hanging out, I like to use brown liner. I don't like to use black. I just feel like it's too overpowering for the daytime. Okay, and then next I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish, and I use mine in the dark golden. I'm just gonna sweep that like all over my face. And then I'm just going to use my Fenty powder again in the color Banana, and I'm just gonna put that all over the highlighted areas and just sweep that over it. So what I'm already noticing is that this powder is really dry. And I think that's what it was. I couldn't tell. It is very velvety and it does like glide over the face, but it's dry. I don't know if you can see that it's like gripping onto my skin. It's like any like dry area of my skin, it's going to like hold on to and highlight. And I feel like that's what it's doing. So just be aware of that. If you have like dry skin, use this very sparingly. I'm an oily girl and I'm noticing that it's doing that. And then to contour, I'm going to take my Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil, and I'm just gonna set my contour. And then for powder, I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie. It's a NYX Mosaic powder, and this is in the color Silk. I like to use this powder especially for days where I'm just like hanging out. So like I'm just going with a friend to like get some food, so I don't want to like use anything too crazy. And it's just like a really good, like, everyday powder. Good, cheap, everyday powder. Now for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Fenty stick, and this is in the color Blonde. I love this highlight. Oh, Rihanna, you can't do nothing wrong, girl. I love you so much, girl. Okay, so now that our highlight is applied, I'm going to hop off and fix my hair and set my face, and then I will be back. Okay guys, I am back. Had to fix my hair, did a little wardrobe change, went with the maroon, if you can see. So I'm going to do a wear test. Like I said, I'm gonna go eat with some friends, and then try to wear this as long as I can. One thing I will tell you right away is this powder, it's like drying. It is drying. I used my Fix Plus with this. I usually use my Fix Plus and my Urban Decay All Nighter spray. So far, I'm kind of scared to use my Urban Decay All Nighter spray with this. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do Fix Plus. So I'm gonna wear this for a little bit, and then I will come back and give you guys my full thoughts on, do you need the powder? Do you need the concealer? Sis? Like, I'm gonna give you all the tea. So guys, it is 6:19. I don't know if y'all can see that. 6:19. Sorry. So now we're gonna get into the thoughts on the Fenty concealer and the Fenty powder, and do you really need it, sis? So like I said, I bought this with my own coins, and the powder in Banana and the concealer in the shade 310 came to $62.35. That is a lot. I love makeup, but I know for most people that is a lot of money. So let's start with the concealer first. So for me, I like the concealer. I use Too Faced Born This Way in medium beige, golden beige, sorry, and I use NARS Creamy Radiant in the color Tiramisu. So I use those concealers quite often. What I will say that I did like about the Fenty concealer is I did like that they have all those shade ranges. I love the hue of the 310. I loved how you don't have to wait forever for it to like dry down a little bit. So if you guys watch my previous videos, you'll know that I like to put concealer on and let it kind of sit and melt into my face and then buff it out. That's what I like to do because I want as much product as I can to be on my face. The Fenty one kind of eliminates that need because literally, if you guys see in the video, I finished highlighting, and as soon as I went to the area that I highlighted first, it was already starting to dry. So I do like that about it. I do feel like there isn't a lot of creasing, but hold on, let me zoom in for you guys. Hopefully that's better. I do feel like there isn't too much creasing. My skin looks really great. I have not patted my face at all to get rid of any oil because like you guys know, I'm an oily girl. So oil is my thing, but with this, I haven't had to like really blot, which has really been awesome. My cons is that it dries fast. So if you are new to makeup or not like wearing makeup all the time or don't know a lot about makeup, this is going to be a little difficult to work with. I don't think it's impossible, just a smidgen difficult. So by that I mean is you have got to use a damp sponge with this. Do not try to use your finger. I was going to use my finger and I like touched it and it was already drying. You need to use a damp sponge, and after you apply it, start blending it in. It does not need time to rest. So that's my only con, is you've got to use a sponge. You've got to work with it. Kind of like the foundation, you got to work with the foundation. It dries really fast, which is why I concentrate it in one area and then build that up and then move on to the other parts of my face. Now for the powder. Sis, I need some wine. Wait. Riri, with this powder, she just stole my edges. I don't have them anymore. They're gone. They're gone. I am so shocked by this powder because the whole time everybody has been talking about the concealer and the shade range, which is amazing. The concealer is good, the shade range is great, but I mean, people are kind of like talking about the powder like it's on a side note, but I think the powder is like the star of this whole launch. So what I will say about the powder is the great things is the finish. My skin right here still feels so velvety, so soft. I feel like my fingers just glide over it. I do have acne. I have acne scarring and I have big pores. This like blurs all of that. It blurs the texture in my skin. It just like, I am shook. It's better than Laura Mercier powder. What makes it better is this powder is $32. So yeah, it's like $6 cheaper than Laura Mercier, but it's still $6. It's cheaper, but it's $32. Like I'm shook, and I am so shook that I just don't feel like I hear a lot of people talking about the powder. I feel like a lot of people are like on the concealer, and this powder, sis, this powder. So the cons about the powder is you don't want to use a lot to bake. So how you bake with Laura Mercier or other powders, you probably want to use like 1/4 of the amount, because a lot goes a long way. You do not want to like put a ton of powder on, especially if you have dry skin. It will dry you out. But the finish is beautiful. So that's what I'll do next time. The other thing is I only use my Fix Plus to set. I didn't use my Urban Decay All-Nighter that I usually use. And I'm actually glad I didn't. I feel like if I had used the Fix Plus, or if I used my Urban Decay instead of the Fix Plus, I feel like it would have just been too drying. I would have been like that. Like I would have had Botox face. So my makeup, I feel like I would have looked like a spackle. So make sure you use hydrating primers or the Fenty primer that comes with it. Make sure you use a hydrating mist with this, because it's matte. The foundation's matte, the concealer's matte, the powder is matte, but sis, that powder is everything. So my final verdict, go get the powder. Go get it. Go get it. Just do it. You know you want to. I'm telling you, just go do it. As someone who spent $62, go do it. For the concealer, I do like the concealer, but I will say you could wait on the concealer. I will say, if you've got a great Holy Grail concealer, like for me, it's the NARS, it's the Too Faced, you can wait. You can wait a couple weeks, you can wait a month to get it. Don't rush out right now. But that powder, sis, that powder, oh my gosh, that powder. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know down below if you guys are going to go buy this concealer, buy this powder, if you believe the hype. Just, you know, yeah, just tell me how you feel. Tell me what you're feeling. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GlamLarry and Twitter at GlamLarry. And I will see you guys later. Peace.